back to the race. I'm Buckwheat, and I'm here with Pulse. And we got a special show for y'all today. Coming off of Rick's wedding. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It's definitely growing, and we appreciate all that aloha. First thing on our slate today, we're going to talk about good old MLB playoffs. The first one we want to talk about there, our wild card matchup. We saw the Tigers take down Houston. Who you got for this, Pulse? Who's going to advance?
I'm going to go against Rick's strategy, and I'm going to say the Tigers sweep at Houston. I mean, the Astros really haven't shown me anything recently. And one of the things that I've been saying all season is that, the big names that we grew up on, that we came up with, that we know to be stars are kind of aging out. They don't have the same firepower. They don't have the same pop. I know Altuve is a big name, so is Bregman, but I think this Detroit team just has that fire. They're catching fire at the right time. And yeah, that's my pick for this one. I got Detroit all the way.
Moving on to our next one. In the wild card, we got Kansas City at the O's. I personally got to believe in the O's. They're going to rally this bad boy back here, and they're going to advance to the ALDS. Winners win. Let's head over to the NL and talk about our wild card there with the Mets and the Brewers. Who you got taking this one home?
Man, the Mets have been something special here in the late days of the season. You all saw that they rallied back and came back to beat the Braves to clinch this wild card spot. And tomorrow they got Sean Manaea going up against Frankie Montas. And Frankie, for me, has been hit or miss this season. I've been backing him a few times. He's been either really hot or really not. And to be honest, Sean Manaea has been having a great year, and I think the Mets are riding high right now, and I think they'll continue to make it into the NLDS. It's all going to depend on if the Brewers can get to the bullpen. If they can get into a position where they have the lead and they can hand the game over to their bullpen is lights out, probably the best in the league. But it's just a matter if they can get there or not. So for me, I'm going to go with the Mets. They're going to ride high. We'll be seeing Mets and Phillies in the NLDS.
Solid. Moving on to our next wild card matchup, we got the Braves playing in San Diego there. I got to go with San Diego. They're going to finish this thing off. They're in a rhythm. They're grooving. They got the pitching. They got the hitters. They got the young boy energy. They're going to advance here, and I wouldn't be surprised to give the Dodgers a hard rub. So I got the Padres moving forward. Let's stay right there in the NLDS there. Who you got for that one? It would be Padres versus Dodgers.
That's tough, man. That's tough. The Dodgers are coming off a historic year. It's either they're really good or they're really bad. They're either going to win by 10 or lose by 5. So I'm going to stick with the Padres here. I like their pitching staff a little bit better. I like you mentioned, they got the young boys. They got the young energy. Of course, the Dodgers have Shohei, but I just got to stick with the Friars, man. I think they got that energy. This might be one of the years where we don't see too many of those big payroll teams in the World Series. It might be one of the smaller teams. So I got to go with the Padres taking the DS on this one.
Solid. Moving on to our next one, the NL, the other side of the NL. We got the Mets and the Phillies. I think I got to go with the Phillies there. I got to go with Bryce Harper. I got to go with Schwarber. They just been slugging it. They got solid pitching as well. I think it will come down to the back end of that bullpen, but I think they're going to take care of business and they're going to move forward there. Yeah, the Phils advancing to the NLCS.
Go Phillies, baby.
Moving on to the AL, we got the Yankees and the O's. Who you got for this one?
Man, I think this is one of those years that the Yankees are going to make it through. They've been trying to bust through for forever now, and I think this is one of the years that they're going to make a good shot at it. I love the Orioles. They got a great team, and actually the Orioles have been beating up on the Yankees the later half of this season. They've been owning them, but it all comes down to who gets hot at the right time. The Yankees are going to be well rested. They're going to have to figure out a few key pieces with their staff. We know that Marcus Stroman has been very iffy. Nestor Cortez as well been very iffy. And even Garrett Cole has been kind of shaky. But I think that those 3 veteran guys know how to turn on and when to turn on. So I think with this little bit of a rest that they've had, they're going to be able to come back full strength and make it to the ALCS.
Awesome. Moving on to our final one of the AL there. We got the Tigers and the Guardians. You know, this is a really tough one. Tigers are super hot right now and blazing through, and it's kind of scary to bet against them. But this is my bold prediction. Joey Cantillo going to win Game 4. Guardians going to advance to the ALCS.
Let's go,
That's my
baby.
pick right there.
Brother Joey, dude, he's going to have a great postseason run. I think it's going to be one of those things where, Hawaii boy gets in late on the squad, in the big league squad, really finds his stride toward the end of the season and just pushes them through and helps contribute to the ALDS, ALCS, and maybe even a World Series run. That would be such an awesome story. We're pulling for it. Pulling for you, Joey. Let's go.
Absolutely. Always pulling for the local boys. Let's stay there in the AL. So Guardians, Yankees for the ALCS. Who's going?
Shoot, dude, that's a tough one. That's a real tough one. The Guardians obviously have good pitching. Like we talked about, the Yankees have been shaky at times. Let's go with the Guardians, man. Let's go with the dark horse here. I think the Yankees are going to make a good run, but you know what? We're gonna back Joey on this. Come on, Joey. Come on.
Get it done, Joey. We'll hop over to the NL side. NL side there. We got the Phillies and the Pods. I gotta say, Friar. Padres. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. This is their year,
I like that.
They got
I
the
like
swagger. They got the confidence. They're hot as well. I really think we see them go all the way through. It's Padres, Guardians for the World Series. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know what you think about our MLB picks here for the playoffs and who you think would win that matchup between the Padres and the Guardians in the World Series. Yeah, leave the comment below. We're going to take a quick break before we transition into NFL football. Be right back.